Most backend frameworks are fast, but not Rust fast. Today I'll show you how to build blazing fast APIs using Rust and Axum. In this course, I'll teach you how to build a complete backend, the same kind of stack used in high performance system. This is Borrow Checker and I've been building backend system in Rust for quite some time now. In this series, we're going to build a real backend step by step, not just try examples. Axum is a modern ASIC web framework built on top of Tokio. It's designed for type safety, high performance, and composability. Unlike traditional frameworks, Axum leverages Rust type system to catch errors at compile time, which means fewer runtime bugs. So the question is, why Rust? Because it gives you zero cost abstraction, memory safety without garbage collection, and predictable performance under load. That is why many companies building high-scale systems are adopting Rust for backend services. In this 10 video course, we'll cover setting up Axum, routing and handlers, extractors, responses and JSON, structuring your project, middleware, error handling, state management, and building a simple API, and finally the project. By the end of this course, you'll be able to build your own backend using Axum. Let's start by setting up a new Axum project. Open up the terminal and add cargo new Axum course. Make sure you have Rust installed on your system. Now open cargo.toml and add dependencies, Axum and Tokyo. In main.rs, we'll bring get method and router into the scope. We will define an async function hello that will return a simple text response. This static part just means that the text exists for the entire duration of the program. In simple words, it never goes away. You will see this type a lot when returning simple responses in Axum. You will add Tokyo main attribute macro above the main function to make it async. This line might look a bit strange, especially if you are new to Rust. This line basically sets up async runtime for us. Because our main function is async, we need something that can actually run async code. Rust doesn't do it automatically. Tokyo does this for us. We start by creating a new router. You can think of a router as something that decides what happens when a user visits a specific URL. Here we define a URL. This forward slash means the home page when someone goes to our root URL. So overall this line means create a URL when someone visits forward slash with a get request, run the hello function. Now we will create something called listener. This is what allows our server to accept incoming requests. We'll bind the TCP listener to this address, which means localhost. This operation is async, so we need to use .await to wait for it to complete. .unwrap. This just means if something goes wrong, crash the program. So overall, this line means start listening for incoming connections on the port 3000 for our local machine. We'll add printline macro that will print message to the terminal. It tells us that the server is running and where we can access it. Now that we have a listener and app, we are going to start the server. Axum serve. This is where the server starts. We are telling Axum use this listener to accept requests and this app to handle them. This is an async operation, so we use .await. We can test this by going to the browser or using Thunder client. You can see that the server is running on port 3000. When we make GET request on Thunder client, It responds with hello Axum with status 200 OK. In the next video, we will dive deeper into routing, extractors and how Axum handle requests. If you are serious about backend engineering, this series will give you real production level skills. 20 likes on this video and I'll start recording part 2.